welcome back to the Express at the Fairmont Hotel, Vancouver for the 2012 Leo Awards, celebrating the best of the best in the BC film and television industry. Now we have a crazy huge success story for you up next. Two guys who have combined their love of performing and properties. They won in the 2012 Leo Awards for Best Host in a Lifestyle Information Series. Yeah, it's the Property Brothers, the one and only, or I guess since they're twins, the two and only. They are the golden boys of the TV real estate scene, Property Brothers Jonathan and Drew Scott. But as twins, how can you tell who's who on the show?
This is going to be very messy. I basically do all the work, and Drew heads off to the spa. I want you guys to tell me, what are the aspects of the home that you really love? You know, I'm the realtor host, and he's the contractor host, so when I'm doing the realtor thing, he's sort of there to back me up, and you know, I'm usually the tough love kind of guy, and then on the contractor side, he's the one who has to make them stick to budgets for renos, so we take our turns.
We need to find our dream home now.
The show has had huge success. It airs in 16 countries. It's been #1 in Canada on W Network, and #1 in the United States on HGTV.
With their previous home already sold, the pressure's on me now to make this deal happen.
And Drew can tell you, sometimes life feels like a ratings game.
I gotta say I'm jealous though. We have more fans on Twitter and Facebook that message saying they love Jonathan because they love a man who gets in there and gets his hands dirty. Well, I don't want to brag. I still don't want to do the work, but I'm just a little jealous.
Talking with the Property Brothers, it's easy to see why they've garnered such success.
It's nice to be able to work with family, and I mean, we're seeing success.
And I do find it easier just to let Drew talk. So,
well, it's easy too when I'm always right, and so he knows this and accepts that. This is your new house. You excited?
I'm very excited. Woo-hoo!
They're just as quick with their quips as they are with their awe-worthy words.
I was born first.
I was a surprise, actually.
Yeah.
He came out with a bit of a squished head. I guess in the womb I was sitting on his head. So I've had to cheek up on him since the start.
No ultrasound, just the heartbeats were in sync and stuff.
The Leo Award goes to Jonathan Scott and Drew Scott, Property Brothers.
The Property Brothers won a Leo this year for Best Hosts in a Lifestyle Information Series. Next year, they may find themselves up against themselves in their new TV real estate show.
Buying and selling is all about helping people stage their home, do a mild renovation so they can sell it fast and for top dollar. So it's the same roles. We have the same roles. However, it focuses more on my side of it with the actual listing of a home, and we're also finding them a new home. Congratulations, you got a house.
As for when the Property Brothers will add Vancouver to their listings, the jury is out.
I want to come back here. We've actually talked to the network about that, and they would look at bringing us out here, but that's something down the road.
I guess location, location, location is true for TV as well as real estate, real life. You can watch the Property Brothers in Canada on W Network and in the States on HGTV. And their advice for making it, well, they say in the world of real estate, it's all about education and staying in the know. As far as entertainment goes, it's all about persistence. But when it comes to the actual night of the Leo Awards, I say it's all about the razzle-dazzle. Now, our Express fashion reporter and Leo Award nominee, Mansour, is taking us behind the scenes to show us how to add a little glitz to get the glamour.
Being nominated at the Leo Awards is no doubt a joyous affair. I was ecstatic to read my name on this year's ballot list, but my immediate next thought was, what to wear?
The first step to get glammed up for the Leo Awards is to have that stellar standout red carpet dress. So we've come here to Gastown to local Vancouver designer Jason Matlow's studio. He's the guy who's going to be dressing me and one of the most important ladies of the Leo Awards evening.
Jason Matlow has become synonymous with the Vancouver fashion scene. His luxurious and sophisticated women's ready-to-wear and bridal collection is all designed and manufactured locally.
We're going to be dressing Amanda Tapping for Saturday night's presentation, and she's actually hosting this year, which is really exciting. And this year on my wish list was Mansour, which I'm going to be dressing finally, so I'm really excited. We're going to see if we can get something really high glamour together and put something fabulous together.
Any fabulous red carpet look always begins with a dress fitting.
We've selected a cross-section of things from our various collections, but one of the things I'd love to get you in is some of our couture pieces from our bridal collection, because they are really red carpet and it would be a great opportunity to really wear something over the top and glamour. This is something that we thought would be absolutely amazing on you, is a jersey body, also from our bridal collection that we just presented.
And then we have the beautiful staple black number.
Again, a bit of a 1930s vibe with the underarm cowl, a bit of ruching around the hip and waist. Are you ready to try a few things on?
Yes, I am.
I'm excited to see a few things on you. The Leos are a great opportunity for us because there's not very many red carpet events in the city. So it's a chance for us to do some really glamorous red carpet dressing. And we get to meet up with a lot of our celebrity friends that we love to dress, so that's always exciting too.
Here is that black number.
Oh, that looks fantastic. Is this something you think you can see yourself wearing, or?
I love it. I love how it fits. The only thing is black for spring.
Maybe we have a look at that new jersey dress and see how that one looks on you.
Ta-da!
Wow, how do you feel?
I feel glamorous in this one.
I actually prefer this gown on you to the black one.
For sure, for sure.
It's a little more skin revealing, it's a little bit sexier.
Yes, definitely more sexier.
But I have one more thing, which I think could be a total showstopper that I'm going to get you to try on as well. So I'm going to give you this to try on, which I think could be really fantastic.
Gosh. Wow.
Yeah, this is the height of glamour. So let's give this one a go.
For sure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll reveal which Jason Matlow design I chose for the Leos a bit later, but there was still something missing.
What's a red carpet look without some red carpet worthy hair? We're here at our next stop at the Lounge Hair Studio in Yaletown. We're going to get their take on what they think is going to be hot when those flash bulbs go off at this year's Leo Awards.
Waves are huge at the moment. With the Great Gatsby just about to be launched, it's going to make a huge difference in fashion and in hair and accessories, etc. You're seeing the fishtail braids and braids still being really popular because they can be more messy as well as clean.
What do you think is going to be some of the more standout looks?
It will be somebody that's willing to go that extra mile and just have something done. Classic looks always look fabulous, but then, as I say, if you're wearing something a little bit looser, it's the full ensemble. I mean, again, go back to a runway show. The dress looks fabulous. If you haven't got the makeup, you haven't got the hair, you might as well not bother.
That's right.
Now to see those looks in action. With the help of Martin and co-owner Lance Blanchette, I was given some red carpet hair inspiration with a look straight from Hollywood.
Lance has just put a really neat little braid in the front of your hair where it's shorter, which is really cool because it pulls the fringe back out the way and it instantly gives you a different look because it takes your hair off your face. And then using some products is just using texture product to rough up the hair, because what you're going to have is a look which is sophisticated and yet it's got a very modern edge, so it's got a little messiness to it. So it's going to be real fun.
Wow! It looks beautiful.
My braided updo gave me lots of ideas for the Leo Awards, but my final look on the big day was inspired by none other than my favorite red carpet look of 2012, Gwyneth Paltrow at this year's Academy Awards. A big thank you to Jason Matlow for my gorgeous white couture gown and to the stylist at Lounge Hair Studio for the great hair to match. Now, if only the Leo Awards could happen every weekend. I'm Mansour in Vancouver for The Express.
Congratulations again to Mana for her Leo nomination for the Shaw segment West Coast Style, and also to Amanda Tapping. Sanctuary is nominated for a whopping 18 awards. Yeah. Coming up, we're going to find out if it wins this year for Best Dramatic Series. We'll also have more from the red carpet.
I think the work is good. I think the show has got some great stories.
It's a story about friendship, ultimately.
The Express. We are your local voice.
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.
Welcome back to The Express at the Fairmont Hotel, Vancouver for the 2012 Leo Awards, celebrating the best of the best in the BC film and television industry. Now, we have quite the dynamic duo in our next Leo story. Two independent filmmakers who've created quite the stir with their feature film. It's up for 5 Leo nominations, Doppelganger Paul, or a film about how much I hate myself.
Dear person who lives here, forgive me for placing this note on your door.
It's called Doppelganger Paul and is a film whose genre is very difficult to categorize.
Or your life.
It's really a stalker/buddy road movie comedy about two lonely guys, and that's very much the tone of the movie. We just ran with it, went very much from our initial instincts. My instinct in writing it, Dylan's immediate instinct in responding to the script. And within a year, it was premiering at the Toronto Film Festival. It's been at the Whistler Film Festival and at Slamdance. So it's just had this great response and lots of really great reviews. We're really excited about it.
You look nothing like me.
It's a story about friendship, ultimately. It's a story about how two strangers meet each other and ultimately find something in each other. So
I think it's good that we jump out at that moment.
Yeah, it was a good performance.
Chris and Dylan first collaborated on a short film that was part of the Crazy Eights competition, which ended up winning Best Short Film at the Toronto Film Festival.
Hello?
It sort of helped us get our next feature off the ground, which ultimately helped us get this feature off the ground. So it's just, you know, I mean, I think filmmaking is a really, it's a progressive sort of career. You know, you want to take, like, we'll put one foot in front of the other and just take one step each film. You know, I think I learned something making each film, and then you sort of apply the knowledge that you learn and apply it to the next project.
What scene do you want to work on? Well, why don't we look at the fight scene? That's scene 84, it says.
Dylan and Chris, who have a production company called the Whatever Institute, plan to continue working together and are already tackling their next project.
Katie, I'm just calling about the costume situation. Are we good? I think what I like most about film is how many other art forms it sort of encapsulates. I can sort of work with people who are really, really talented and good at their specific, you know, different crafts, and I think it's the director's job to sort of inspire and to sort of lead a group of all these different sort of artists and bring them all together to sort of, you know, to sort of bring a whole movie together.
Okay, so we got to change that whale pool stuff. It's storytelling. I started as a playwright and always had movies in mind and didn't think I could do it, and then fell in with a group of people and it naturally started happening. And to me it's just exciting because I love movies. I always loved watching movies. It was my principal sort of leisure time activity for years, and it's just great to be part of that continuum of telling stories and making movies.
Have you ever felt your life isn't real?
In Vancouver, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
And that someone else is living your life?
You can watch for a cameo from my fellow Shot TV hosts Mike and Fiona in the film. Also, part of it was actually shot on our previous Studio 4 set. Now, feature films, it's one of the biggest categories here at the 2012 Leo Awards, and the other one, Best Dramatic Series. And there's some pretty heavy competition for a win. We've got Arctic Air, Blackstone, Endgame, and Sanctuary. We've also got Who Won and What Swayed the Vote.
I can tell you when we sat down and talked about dramatic series program, there was a considerable, there was actually a lot of references to The Sopranos, the raw energy of The Sopranos.
And you can't just walk in here and expect me to drop everything.
There was something heartfelt, there was a truth, there was a real inner core to that series that made the jury, it was a unanimous decision.
I'm still a little blown away.
Now, what does it represent for you personally? What does it mean?
For me personally, that all this hard work, years and years and years of hard work, and just fighting to get this show out there has paid off. You know, it means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to the people that we work with. It's Ron's heart and soul, and you know what? I think a lot of us feel that way too. You know, this is where my heart belongs.
Dramatic series, it's kind of one of the biggest categories, right? Like the big coveted category. How are you feeling about Blackstone?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about it, yeah. I think the work is good. I think the show has got some great stories, and you know, we've been able to breathe some life into these characters.
Blackstone is a fictional reserve out in Alberta. It's basically about corrupt politics in the band office, life on Canadian reservations, and just about, you know, a lot of the stuff that those communities are still dealing with. Gosh, the foster care system, the missing women, like I said, the corrupt politics, mismanagement of treaty funds, lack of clean water, you know, like all these things that are still very, very prominent in Native communities. We shine a big light on them.
Poisons?
Carmen Moore is brilliant. She's obviously a Leo Awards favorite. She's been nominated and has been an award recipient many times. She just carries herself with such grace. In Blackstone, the series that she was nominated for this year, she just brings such passion, such heart to her character.
Is Marnie okay? She's worried.
Everything that Blackstone touches on is something that our writers have read about in the media. It's based on something that actually really happened or is happening. It's so challenging because it's so heartbreaking, but it's so great at the same time to know that we're getting these stories out there on a bigger level than the media can, and educating people that don't know that this stuff is happening.
Once again, congratulations to all of the 2012 Leo Award winners. You can see a complete list of winners online at leoawards.com. And now I'd like to personally thank Chloe Angus and Brooklyn Designs for the razzle dazzle, and I'd like to thank you for joining us on the red carpet. You're watching The Express, only on Shaw TV.